today with a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking the A7S III in 2024. Let's get into it. So here we have the A7S III. This camera came out in 2020, 4 years ago, October 23rd of 2020, and this camera and I have been through a ton. So today we're going to be breaking this down, really just get into as to why in 2024 this is still a solid choice. But first things first, with the recent updates, this camera just got a huge upgrade. A few months ago, it got a firmware update which redid this whole camera. Now, for a long time, this camera was kind of forgotten up until a few months ago, and with that update, a lot came with it. But essentially, it brought this camera up to speed with a bunch of the Sony cameras now, especially with the menu system. For a long time, the Sony A7S III had an outdated menu system, but with the new firmware update, it did not only update the UI to the current Sony lineup, but it updated a bunch of its features as well. So now getting into video, this camera does 4K 120, 24 and 60 frames per second. You can do all of that at 422 10-bit color, essentially getting a lot more information output whenever you're color grading in post-production. Now this camera has a lot of picture profiles, my favorite being S-Log3, but you'll also be getting stuff like S-Log2 and even S-Cinetone. This camera is a beast in low light. With its dual native ISO, you're going to be able to shoot at a high quality, not only in your regular daytime, but also at night. Now, aside from video, this camera is also pretty amazing with photos too. Even though it only has 12 megapixels, you're going to be able to shoot a lot of high quality photos in low light. And honestly, if you already know what you're going for whenever you're taking pictures, you don't really need all the extra megapixels to crop in later in post. Alright, so real quick, if you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I want to talk to you about my presets and LUTs. So if you guys don't know, I have a website. It's called Run That Media. We have a ton of presets and LUTs in the library. Now, we do have a preset pack and a LUT pack that are free if you want to try them out, see how you like them before you go and purchase any of the other preset packs and or LUT packs. Now, I've made these presets and LUTs to have a various amounts of looks and styles to them. I even have a film preset that specifically mimics film style photos. And so if you guys have wanted to support me in any type of way, then that will be the best way to support me. Let me know what you think, and back to the video. With this camera, you're going to be getting 15 stops of dynamic range. Now with your miscellaneous things like having an HDMI port to connect an external monitor, with that external monitor you're going to be able to have a 16-bit raw output to that external monitor. I've shot this outside in the Texas summer heat a ton of times, and never have I ever had this camera overheat on me. So I know overheating is a big hot topic with newer cameras, but in my time of using this one, not once have I ever had it overheat. And I shoot in Houston, Texas, which even right now it's insanely hot. All in all, I've used this for professional work, for personal work, for everyday work, and it's a workhorse. I've rigged this out, it's traveled with me across the world, and even to this day the quality on this is unmatched. It's actually on sale. If you want to buy this brand new, you're going to be getting, depending on your retailer, around $300 off. But even if you buy this used, you're looking at getting a used body for around $2,200 to $2,400. So if you're looking for a beginner camera to get into video, maybe some photo, at some high quality content, the A7S III to this day is by far a perfect choice for you. Now honestly, I've never needed to use, but let's say you're a wedding photographer, or just a photographer, and you want to use dual cards to have a backup. Well, this camera has a dual card slot system that you can have one programmed to being, and you can have one being a backup versus your primary, or however you want to set it up. It's there for you. Along with video, this camera also offers IBIS, in-body internal stabilization. So this camera, especially with some slow motion, you're gonna be able to get some buttery smooth footage. Rarely do I ever shoot with this thing and get any type of shape. And that's gonna be it for today's video. After using this camera for an immense amount of time, I just wanted to get on here, give you guys my thoughts and experience with it, and hopefully this helps anyone that's maybe in the market for a camera. You don't know what camera would be good for you, or you're in between options. Now hopefully this will be good for anyone that's in the market for a camera, or maybe you're just in between and you don't know what to buy. And that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys did like this video, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.